everybody. Thanks for watching. Now, I really wanted to get into the proper methods of doing research for those of us who actually do research. You have what we see on YouTube is a lot of emotional, religious people who come here with their faith. And a lot of people come here believing in what they believe in, not having done prior research. And a lot of times people want you to say what they know. They want your video to be about what they know about and what they can speak to, or else they won't really agree with it. And you know how it goes. Most people, as soon as you say something that they like and that they know, they'll tell you 100% that, you're right, you're a genius, you're smart, but both of you can be wrong. Both of you could be incorrect. Just because you are familiar with a specific research doesn't mean that it was correct or proven or validated. So a lot of times people give you praise when you say something that they know about. And then when you say something that they disagree with, them knowing they haven't done really enough research on the subject, then you're stupid. Then they call you names or what have you. So what happens with research is a lot of people don't do it. They just come in based on their emotions and what they feel is correct. And when people actually do the research, mostly religious people, I should say, is biased. The research is biased. They're looking for things that is going to specifically prove their religion and not disprove it. And this is something that you have to do with research. You have to look at every single avenue. You have to exhaust all, sources and look everywhere to try to get to the truth, to get to the bottom line, or else you're cheating yourself. You might as well not even look in the first place if you're only going to look for things that support what you wanted to support. Now, with the religious scholar, if there's such a thing as a religious scholar, because these people come in with biases, and you have religious scholars who write books, but the book is based on bias. Now, if we keeping it 100% real, and I don't like pulling no punches, I like giving you straight up truth, all the books is bullshit, we know, because it's based on a religion that's not proven. And you got to really pay attention when you read a lot of these religious books, because they are really careful with their wording. And when you have the outright Christian scholars or Islamic scholars who do books, everything is just bang on, no proof, no proof, no proof, faith, faith, faith. They can basically say anything and have used faith to back it up. But then you have some scholars who tiptoe around the subject, not trying to interject faith and try to be as critical as possible, for the reader, which those scholars, sometimes they do put in all the research and a lot of times they do not. Of course, they want to stay on the track of keeping Christianity intact and not destroy it, or they risk losing their fan base of loyal Christian readers. So you still got to really pay attention when you read Christian or religious books, because they're not going to give you everything. They have to be biased. So it's the same thing with a lot of people who come to YouTube, a lot of these so-called religious scholars and these so-called religious people who know absolutely nothing. And I always say, and this is really the truth, they come to YouTube looking for validation. They want to find validation. They want to go on YouTube and hopefully find that video that is going to give them more information about their religion and make them feel better about accepting it, and to basically, cuss out anybody who goes against what they believe in because it hurts their feelings. So these people is what I call emotional scholars, religious scholars, if there's such a thing. So again, if we being 100% real, we know, one, the Bible is not proven. There's no primary source that you can give, that you can point to that's going to prove it, which is why the Bible requires faith. So does the Quran. It requires faith. The Tanakh requires faith, because there's absolutely no proven history or proven facts that's going to back up and validate the books. This is what we can just leave on the table. And it's like debating 1 + 1 is 2. What I just said right there is it's over, end all be all. So there is no debate. There's no religious debate, which is why I made that video. There isn't one. It's over. Because you can never bring to me, in fact, in truth, actual factual proof. You can only bring me what you know and what you feel and what you believe to be true, what you have faith in. This is all the religious scholar can bring you. So anybody who comes to YouTube and comes in the comment section, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have argued in the comment section with a lot of religious people, and it gets frustrating. The more proof you put out there, the more stupid it seems, they get, the more, delirious. And it's some people do this to just drive you crazy. These trolls, a lot of trolls get a kick out of doing this. Just arguments, and they interject in faith and just calling you all kinds of names because they stuck with the programming. This is Bible. This is what you was raised on. It's true. Your parents believe, and you got all these people in church who believe, and everybody else who don't believe is stupid because the book said so. And they come in with this, strong belief that they are true when they don't really understand that when we get to the point, all they got is faith. So that last video I did, the debate video with the guy who was completely off in his analysis of my video. A lot of people say, Merkabah, why you even respond to this guy? Or you shouldn't even said anything. Well, it's the only way, that they're going to learn. People need to have that kind of embarrassment and need to see their line of questioning put another way and turned around against them, and having their logic turned around so they can look at it. Even if he watched the entire video, which he probably didn't, probably couldn't stomach it, then he can see, where his flaws lie at, and hopefully, something clicks in his head where he changes his line of thinking. And from what I read, I see he has not. A lot of people are stubborn, they stuck in their ways, and they actually believe that God is going to give them some kind of divine help or assistance or reward for them holding their faith because a book that is not proven says so. And clearly he didn't know what he was talking about, and he jumped to conclusions. And it was like everything that trolls do, everything that people who do emotional research and people who've been raised with the Bible and everything. This is the same kind of stuff. And I really wanted to respond to the video, one, so he can understand his flaws and so people can see how this stuff goes down. I know you guys seen a lot of debate videos and stuff like that, but I really wanted, because I seen this dude was really mentally disturbed. Like he really thought he did something. Like he was really arrogant when I was trying to get him to take it down. And what he was saying, like he just knew, he like, I got him. I got this guy. I'm crush him, destroy him. He really thought he did something. So I really wanted to just show him that, are you serious? Like, come on, brother. And then you a brother. Snap out of it, man. What are you doing? Made yourself look really bad. And and as I said in the previous video, we have to expose people who do this. It's not healthy for them, and it's not healthy for people who that they are trying to influence. So we got to get these dudes out of here. I don't like dealing with them. And if you see me in the comment section, I go hard. When a lot of these dudes come, like I said, I know I don't have to, but they need to know. They need to have that mindset that they have that makes them believe that they are correct. They need to have it challenged. They need to have it stomped out, and they need to look at things the correct way and understand that their line of thinking is completely wrong and it doesn't make no sense. And it's really makes them look like they are delusional and crazy. And when you spin it, and I've had conversations with people who it started out with us arguing, and it turned to them actually wanting more information, or it turned to them wanting the book list, and it turned to them eventually leaving their religion. And I get so many messages from people who like, man, we was arguing and, you was making a lot of sense. And then now, I'm not a Christian no more. I'm not a Muslim no more. Things make more sense. And I always say, people, don't listen to what I'm saying. Just go do your own research. Once you start doing the research and you get pointed in the correct direction, and you start going down that path and learning and actually doing the research and actually studying, and you come to these conclusions on your own, I mean, that's the best thing for you right there. So I tell people to try to do that. And some people is willing to actually go ahead and do the research, those who really want the truth. But then you have trolls and people who come here playing like this is a joke, who just want to come here and frustrate people and talk shit because they have absolutely no life. And it's one thing that YouTube has taught me, is there's a lot of weirdos and sick people out there who has absolutely nothing to do with themselves. So usually when you see people with no profile picture on YouTube, they have no profile picture, and they come out right off the bat super ignorant and crazy, something, really derogatory and, crazy comment, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like you walking up to a stranger and saying, "You's a dumb motherfucker." What would I do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, because you disagree with me, I'm all these names. Like, you tell me what you disagree with first. And they can't do that. The information that you put out went against their programming. So, as I talked about, norepinephrine kicks in. They feel like whatever you said just super offended them. Now you stupid. Oh, you a dumb motherfucker. You crazy. Right in the comment section. But they never leave why. They never break down what you said wrong. And when I usually reply back to a lot of people, okay, explain. They never can. It just turns into something crazy. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this video, because of course, a lot of people say, yo, you should do a video about trolls, man. You should do a video talking about this kind of stuff. And this is why I'm doing it, because a lot of people saw that video and it was like, oh man, you killed this guy, or you didn't have to address this guy. So I wanted to really talk about, doing actual research and what people need to be doing, who is trying to become conscious, or who do what we do, who really is into history and research. You gotta, if you're gonna do this, you gotta do the research. You have to actually research. And I'm mostly speaking in the sense of religion, to religious scholars, to people who really believe in these religions, because, the other things, science and technology and other fields that we get into, that we talk about, is things that's just, it is what it is. Even you know or you don't, it is what it is. Religion, it being so much controversy surrounding it, and the fact that there's nothing to substantiate it, to back it up, it's weird that we get so much opposition to a religion that's not proven, that's not backed up by proven history. So it's weird. So it's something that's going to constantly be debated, and it has been debated for hundreds of years. There's too much information out there against it, completely proving it 100% wrong. And this is what I try to present to people, like, dude, this is not like we trying to figure this stuff out. We already know what it is. It's already proven. And this is what religious people can't comprehend, that it's proven, because the news ain't telling them. Their pastor ain't telling them. It's not in popular culture. You got people all over Facebook and everything on there sinning like crazy, but every now and then they throw in a "thank you, Jesus." Every now and then they throw in a "hallelujah" or "praise God" and something to that effect. And people see it all the time, and they just think, well, God is good. It's God. When? What are you talking about? Where's your proof? What do you mean? I look at people like they crazy when they start kicking that. Don't talk that shit around me. I don't like to hear. It's like, come on, man, really? So I try to tell people to, chill with the religious talk. Everybody don't believe as you believe. And when people say something crazy, they're supposed to get a crazy reply. Or you're supposed to be like, a little bit, like, what the hell? What are you talking about? So we can't keep condoning this kind of talk and behavior with religious people and accepting it as, oh, well, it's just what they believe in. What he has faith and hope or what have you. People who I know who's still religious, they know not to. Don't kick that shit around me. I don't want to hear all that crap, because I try to put them in their place. And they never want to hear what I got to say. They plug in their ears and stuff like that. Some of my friends, and I'm like, yo, like, come on, man. You need to pay attention and listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you keep kicking this shit, but you complain like every other day about something in your life. Where's your God? What's going on? So, people are afraid, to just face the facts. And I can understand that. People just afraid to come to the reality and the realization that they got to put in work. They on their own. Ain't no divine force. Ain't no God or Jesus has your back. You got to take care of yourself. You got to do for yourself. The only thing that's going to happen in this world for you is you making something happen for you. Nothing else is going to make it happen. No other person, only you. Even if you ask a person for something and they give it to you, you still had to actually go ask them to get it. It's not like they just came and gave it to you. Nobody's going to come into your life and just take care of everything just like that without you putting in no kind of effort or anything. So these are things you got to just realize, that these are facts. And these are things that we all know. And no matter how much you believe in something, it's not going to change those facts. So I have a lot of respect for a lot of the people who actually put videos up on YouTube, even the religious ones, because at least they had the balls to actually put up a video. And that's another reason why I responded to that guy, because out of everybody who talked trash, at least this dude had the guts to actually put up a video, even though he was completely off. So I got respect for everybody who comes to YouTube, who takes their time to put together a video, because I'm telling you, with editing and everything like that, and cutting the video and, outtakes or what have you, I mean, it takes a long time to put together a video. It's not just sitting in front of the camera talking. You can do a video like that, but it depends on the topic that you're talking about. See, a video like this, I could just talk. I really don't, it says words right here, but it's really not notes for this video. It's just, the book is here. Like, I always keep a book here. But this is a video I could just talk. I'm just being real, just talking off the top. Really, just really want to get into this topic. But for other videos that involves, sources and a lot of information, you want to be correct. You got to be right on that. And, if you don't already have all of the information, if you want to do a little bit more research before you actually put together a video and put it out, it's time consuming. And then editing and then rendering, if your computer is like not a beast, then it takes hours. And even if it is, depending on the type of computer camera you have, something that's really high quality and everything like that, it can take time. This stuff takes a lot of time, and it really just drains the day. Like, you would be amazed. Sometimes when I put out videos, reason why I don't put out too many back to back anymore, or as long as I used to, is because it's draining. And I'm gonna tell you something. It seems like the internet in Sweden is like 20 times faster than here in America, because the internet when I was over there was like so quick, especially when I was uploading videos when I was in Sweden. I mean, it was so fast that it's crazy. Like here now, you try to upload a half an hour video to YouTube, I mean, it's going to take you about damn near an hour for it to upload. That's just uploading. Then it has to process, and then you still got to wait after processing for it to actually go through. So it's time consuming. It takes a while, and a lot of times I tell people like, yeah, the video going to be out tonight. I got a new video coming out tonight, and it ended up not coming out to the next day, or a day later, because of some kind of issue. So I respect everybody who comes to YouTube and puts up videos. And it's really crazy that a lot of people come and attack people and the hard work that they do with no knowledge. You are 100% justified if you have information to refute what the person is saying. There you go. Put it up there. Boom. You got them. Put it in the comment section. Do whatever you got to do. But when you just up there just spewing negative comments at people because you don't got no balls to do research, because it goes against something that you think is true, then that's crazy. So one of the things I like seeing in the comment section, when I see a person leave a negative comment and, like 10 people jumps on them, like, what are you talking about? Prove it. And then I see people go back and forth in the comment section with information. I love that shit. I read a lot of the comments. The comment section is where it goes down. I always tell people that, like, people don't hold no punches. People speak their mind. You get cussed out or what have you. I've seen a lot of people get their ass chewed up good in the comment section, messing with a person who knows what they're talking about. So I love to see that. People just really debating and really getting into it in the comment section, because people who come to YouTube with that attitude, like they didn't do no research, they negative, and they can't tell you why they disagree with you other than the fact that they just don't like you. I had people just say, man, I don't like your face. Or you an ugly black motherfucker, Just, what? It has nothing to do with the video. What's going on? So people, it's just real crazy. It's funny. It's funny a lot of times. I'll be dying. But when it comes to the topic, when it comes to actual information and scholarship. And I told people before, a lot of people get confused between scholarship and trying to find out the truth. So either you're going to go and just follow scholarship and just follow what every professor, every book is saying or what have you, all the information we have been told that you can easily Google, or you're going to go search for the truth. And I choose the truth. I don't care what people say about scholarship. Of course, I need scholarship to get to the truth. So yeah, I'm going to use scholarship. But at the end of the day, scholarship don't always fit the facts, the truth. And you got to be, Columbo, Matlock, Perry Mason, to put stuff together sometimes. And it's like, okay, well, embedded in these few books, I put these pieces together that makes more sense than this book that everybody seems to believe in. And, I can basically refute the book now because I did the research and it makes more sense. Even though nobody has written that, final truth, you can put it together by doing the research. Put it together and say, you know what, this makes more sense. It just makes more sense. And if you're just going to repeat what you read in a book and repeat what they tell us, and not everybody agree or it's not 100% proven, then that's not research. That's not research. That's you repeating what you read, that you repeating what you heard. If it's agreed upon, if it's a fundamental truth, it's a fundamental fact, everybody know is all agreed upon. Like 1 + 1 is 2. We all know it's 2. And then there's no need to go the extra mile. But when you understand that something is out of place and you go to research it because it just doesn't fit and it's not 100% proven, then you can't knock a person who comes up with something different from something that's not proven. And this is what I do. This is what I do with my research. I choose to go and challenge everything that is not proven, that doesn't fit. Even I don't care how crazy it may sound and how far off it may be on somebody else's research. I go at it and I try to dig deeper and come to a better understanding than what we have been told. So I talked about this in my new DVD about it's not always going to be proof out there when you're doing research. You're not always going to find a smoking gun. But what you can do is look at the what I call if this is not true, then why is this? If this is true, then why is that? So I applied that kind of logic to a lot of the research that I do. And I always say, well, it's not a lot of facts here, but we're going to go look at the proven history and see, why they did certain things if something else wasn't true. And this is how you can come to the conclusion to, not a conclusion, but to get a lot more information and a lot of things that you're trying to research. Everybody got their methods, and this is one of mine, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people do the same thing. They try to look at actual history versus, what a book is saying. I don't just read a book and say it's true because it's in a book. Books have primary sources. Well, some of them, the good ones, got their sources in the back, and a lot of them uses references to basically speak on where they got their information from. So you go research those, and you go look at where they got their research from, and you try to compare with actual history. This is how you do research. It sounds like a lot of work, and this is what a lot of people are not willing to do, and this is why they just stick with what everybody else is saying, And this is what goes on. A lot of people stick with, they repeat and repeat and repeat what everybody else is saying, the same information. Ain't nothing wrong with that if it's true and if you can prove it's true. A lot of people always say, well, you can't say that such and such said that, in a video, or you can't say that somebody else had revealed this information before. So what? If it's true, it's true. You can't tell me I can't say 1 + 1 is 2 because somebody else said it. It's the truth, right? So why can't you just repeat it? Now, this is the thing right here. Like I tell people, I don't care who uses my information to do their research. So here you have 2 YouTube channels. Don't know these people. They did not ask me for permission. I don't know them, yet they put up a channel putting out my information. They put up videos with my information. Never asked me once for my permission. But I can't be upset because it's not like they are ripping down the video or they're destroying what I said, or they're just trying to spread the information because they feel like it's truth and it'll help them in some type of way. And, the videos are not monetized, so they're not making money off of it. So it's something that I really can't be upset about. And, I'll be on Facebook and I'll see my video come through the timeline. And it'll have more views on Facebook than it do on YouTube. So it's like, a lot of people use content from other people to try to prove their point and get their point across. And I certainly don't have a problem with people doing that with my research. And a lot of my videos that a lot of you have seen, I have put videos in there from other scholars. Of course, what they wasn't copywritten or they met fair use agreement, so I can use them. So if it helps you get your point across, because I'm not here, as I said, to want some kind of popularity contest to say I'm the best scholar in the world. I'm really seriously trying to get down to the truth, to the facts. And there's a lot of us out here trying to do the same thing, and we use, whatever we can to do so. So the stance of a lot of conscious people is the religious scholar is delusional. The religious scholar is not really a scholar. He's delusional, and he is basically only researching information that fits what he wants it to fit. And this is something that we got to look at as being true, because we know and we can prove now that the Bible is bogus. So how, what kind of information did you come up with that allows you to write a book saying that religion is true when it's nothing that you can pull up to say it's true? The book would have to say, you would have to be correct in the book saying that this is all believed. It is believed that this is such and such and such and such, not that it's true. And this is what you got to look for when you look at a lot of these religious books. And on my website, in the book section, you see a lot of the books that I put up. You'll find them in all those books, the religious books, the ones that I put up. It'll say it is believed in a lot of places, and nothing is really put out there as being, 100% factual when it comes to religious doctrine, Christianity or Islam or, Judaism. So, with the religious scholar, this is their problem, because everything is on faith, belief, hope. And if you go into actual research with just hope and faith, and you cheating yourself, I don't want to look here. He's not telling me what I want to hear. It's not sounding good. Now, I'm telling you because I did the same thing, and I had to really come to that realization. Remember, I tell you, when I first set out to do my research, I started doing my research to prove the Bible was right. I started to look, I wanted to prove it correct. So I started looking at sources that's talking about the Bible being right. That's how I started out. I started looking at sources that's talking about the good things about the Bible and just using it to validate what I wanted to be true. I wasn't being real with myself. So I just was looking at books, and all these people, when you start paying attention, they're Christians and they're into the Bible. And of course they're going to say these things. I stayed away from the books that, of course, is going to say something negative, because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he's not really Christian, or he's not really going to say the truth. He's just going to lie so he can try to make the Bible bad or what have you. So I stayed away from that stuff. So you can't really come to the truth doing that. You have to be unbiased, and you got to look outside of the books that's going to tell you what you want to hear, and get the information that's going to tell you, that's going to give you fact, it's going to give you proof. And that's what I started doing. So, once I got a hold of Dr. Ben's books and I started reading those, and Dr. Ben, it was just really over then. And then you start getting into everything and start doing the research, and, those walls start falling down. That whole guard that you have up around religion, it comes crumbling down when those facts hit you. When they hit you hard right in your chest, like boom, it's deflating. You got to sit down and take a seat, and it was tough for me. This is why I did the response videos, because this guy needs to know that you got to come out of this stuff, man. You got to wake up and step out of it. I had to do the same thing, and it hurted. It was deflating. I felt stupid. I felt like, dang, how can I be so stupid to believe this stuff? But just like the Bible says, once you know the truth, it'll make you free. And it definitely made me free of all the guilt, all the worry, being scared all the time, thinking that, I'm going to get struck by lightning or shot in the head or hit by a bus because I was going against the Bible. And, once you come to the understanding that this is a fact, this is truth, this is stuff that's proven, that you can keep looking up and validating, and it completely 100% crushes the Bible. And when you actually read the Bible itself, it basically reveals itself, and it starts fitting into everything. And the more you get into things, astrology, astronomy, and what have you. You start getting into Greek mythology and everything like that in the ancient world, the more everything just start, coming into light. So for religious scholars, if you're not dwelling into these things, if you're not really looking into ancient Kemet, if you're not studying astronomy and astrology and looking into the ancient world, the antiquity of, the Jews, the antiquity of, the Hebrews and the Egyptians and everything like that, what was actually going on in actual factual history, then you're doing yourself a disservice by believing one book that's not proven. So for the emotional people and the trolls that come here, the trolls I can understand. I know what y'all all about. It's just, it is what it is. But you get some religious people who become trolls because they're too emotional to really watch a video. And they get to a point that hits a note, strikes a chord, and they get upset. They get their feelings hurt and they leave comments. So you guys are the ones who really got to figure out what you want to do. You can stay on this whole path and keep doing what you're doing. You're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself. And a lot of people are not going to put it to you this way and tell you that you need to really, snap out of it. Like, come on. Because people are just going to call you names or argue right back with you instead of actually trying to help you. And that's what I'm trying to do with this video, to try to get you to wake up and see. Yeah, listen, I'm going to get thumbs down immediately. At least 12, 13, 14, 16 thumbs down for this video, just off of people who don't like me for whatever reason, just because I talk against religion. They don't do no research. They've never done research. They don't even watch the entire video. They just know that I'm against religion and they're going to give it a thumbs down. So what? That's what they're going to do. That's just something that I deal with. It's no big deal. It's a fucking thumbs down. And the thing is, psychologically, what is wrong with a person that would subscribe to a channel just to wait for a person to put up a video so they can thumbs down? Don't leave a comment. Don't explain why they dislike the video, but just to, they get some kind of sick kick out of waiting for a video to pop up so they can give it a thumbs down. And that makes them feel good in what kind of way? Like, what is your life really about? Like, that you do this. And it's crazy, and it happens a lot. I put a video up as soon as I put one up. 5 minutes later, thumbs down. And I know who these people is, and I can easily just ban them, but I'm not going to do that because then, eventually they're going to want to actually take the time to watch and, and learn something when that information starts catching up with them and they start to realize that what they're doing is stupid, it's childish. And when you come to that realization and you start really understanding that the Bible and the Quran or whatever your religion that you are in is not what you think it is, you're going to need somebody to turn to. You're going to need to find that information. And I want to make sure I have it up there for these people to go and look at. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm all about helping people and bringing people into a better consciousness and understanding of what's going on. You can stay a religion. Wrap that blanket around your shoulders and snuggle up with it and just hope and have faith and just pray and do whatever you do, believing that it's going to keep you warm and keep you safe and what have you until life really hits you and you really understand that you're on your own and you need to act accordingly. And, having a mindset that you in the trenches versus having a mindset that you got protection 24/7, it's totally different. Because when you're in the trenches, you got to go to war. You got to fight. And this is the mindset you got to have, because you have the powers that be that's out there that's basically, especially if you're black, it's not going to give you a leg up. So if you're thinking that something good is going to happen for you because you praise this God or what have you, you're going to be in for a rude awakening versus the person who understands what's going on and they out there fighting for success and fighting for a better status, in this world, to have a better life, to use their existence for something that's going to actually mean something or do something or accomplish something great, instead of just sitting around on a, hands and knees or begging this invisible God that never speaks to them. Never reaches out, never says anything. Pray for what? So many people got offended by the video. They're still getting offended by the video. Pray for what? Why? Nothing happens. And we all know that. We all understand that. And if you're real with yourself, you know that. So many people come here with these cockamamie stories over, I got shot and I prayed to God and, the bullet came out of me and this happened and these dudes were chasing me and all of a sudden they disappeared. All kinds of story people kicked to me like I'm actually supposed to believe that. Like, why would you even take the time to send me this comment? What is wrong with you? The shit that people say. Listen, you got to snap out of it. Y'all got to snap out of it. And, my brothers and sisters out here, we need y'all. We need y'all to stop digging into this religious bullshit that you know is bullshit. Become conscious. Wake the fuck up. Do some actual research. Call me any name you want to call me, but then go do the research. And then come to the truth. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, deep down, you don't follow that Bible. You're not living your life according to what your Bible says is right before God, or else you wouldn't be here. So I always hear a lot of people say, well, a lot of the other guys on YouTube don't respond to their videos. They don't be in the comment section, or, a lot of the bigger guys who's like really been on YouTube, got a whole lot of, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They don't respond to people. They never say anything. And that's how a lot of people direct their comment. They direct their comment to the person who makes the video or to me, basically as if, you are never going to reply to it. And then people be shocked when you actually reply. They be like, oh, that some people either get even more crazy with their wording, or, they don't reply. They just get scared off because you actually replied. But you have to, like, if I wasn't, I would be a hypocrite. If I'm actually trying to help people, then I have to reply. And I can't reply to everybody. But, with me, I just try to give them that spark of backlash that they should get from everybody when they say crazy stuff like that. Don't you see that shit in the comment section? Don't let that shit slide, man. Let these people know that they stupid, that they being stupid. Like, don't let it slide. A lot of people just let it slide. Like, don't let it slide. They need to know. Shit, that's how I feel. Like, they need to know. You need to know that you said something stupid and that you being retarded right now talking about some Jesus came in your room last night. Come on, man. Grown ass man. You can't let that slide. If it's a family member or what have you, you got to start outing these people, man. It's the only way they're going to learn. They need to feel stupid. And you can't save everybody. Some people just set in their ways. They stuck in their ways. It is what it is. But other people, as I have seen and witnessed, and I know, I can tell you 100%, other people have changed. And they have, become a lot more aware and conscious of what's going on, and they're into a lot of things and a lot of books, man. I'm so proud of so many people out there who I seen do complete, 180s and just become a totally different person, based on information that they got from me and watching my videos and everything like that. So it feels good to be able to change a person's life that way, to where you can see them being more conscious and really taking care of themselves and trying to learn more and understand more about what's going on. That's what it's about. That's why I do what I do. And I want to see a lot more people really doing that for themselves and changing their life and getting this information, even if it's not from me. There's plenty of other people out here who putting out information. So I like to see people educate themselves and learn and spread it, because we have been destroyed by lack of information, lack of knowledge. And we are so lucky to be in a position that we are in now, to have this knowledge circulating. And a lot of people are not taking advantage of it. My life has completely changed since I became conscious and became aware and understood that this government is not going to help me. No God is going to help me. And I have went full steam. I took advantage of the system, jumped in and out of the system, and became my own boss and owned my own company, and did so many major things and good things. Traveled the world so many times, in the Navy and out the Navy. Still to this day, I'm still traveling, running around. So I've been able to do so much because I got this knowledge, and I got this understanding that I gotta go. It's going to be me or nobody else. Nobody else is going to help me. It all comes down to me, myself, and I. And if you have that kind of thinking and that kind of mindset, then you'll push yourself, and you'll push the direction of your life into a positive direction, because you're gonna feel like something is on your ass that's trying to get you, and you need to get to a certain point to where you don't have to worry about it no more. And if you're just sitting around lazy and just, not doing nothing, and you're not going to get ahead. You're not going to get anywhere. And I just put out a video about success and everything like that. So, I was talking about that in that video. So you have to, one, research, educate yourself further, and just be aware of what's going on, and understand your own history. The history of your people, the history of this country that you live in, and what these people think, their ideologies, and how they feel, and what's going on. So now, when you have people who do research responsibly, and they put out the information according to, actual research and what the conclusion that they came to, if you didn't reach a definitive conclusion that can be proven, then you can't put the information out as such. It is what it is. You could just say, well, my research has led me to believe, or I believe, or you could say, this is proven, this is actual fact. So when I put information out a lot of times, and I put the books up there with the primary sources or whatever, I will only say something that's 100% proven unless I can 100%, prove it. Other than that, I'll give you my source if I think it's like so crazy out there. But a lot of the stuff most people know, or if not, those who do actual research, because you're not supposed to be just listening to what I say anyway. The people who go out there and do the research on what I say anyway, it's going to come to the same conclusion. So proper research is done by people who respect the process, who respect scholarship and what they do, who have a respect for whatever field of study that they are into. And, they respect it, and they act accordingly, and they put out what they put out. This is what I do. I put out what I put out, and my whole goal is to challenge you to think and to go against what we have been told, because we have been lied to all of our lives about everything. And it's so much deeper than any of the videos that I've put out, how deep this stuff goes. So when people come here all emotional and they haven't done any research, and their comments reflect that, I like to just smack them in the back of their head. And then, that's what I call my comments, is smack in the back of the head, like, wake up, stop playing. You ain't did no research. You ain't even read the damn book. And you didn't even watch my video. So I try to reply. I don't reply to everybody. Some stuff is just better left alone. But then sometimes if I got some time, I'm like, what? I'd be so outraged sometimes when people leave stupid comments about, I gotta respond to this. This is crazy. And I respond. But then sometimes it's a lot of comments I just leave alone. Or before I can even reply, I'll see like somebody in there just really crushed it. And then I just probably like it. And, I'll leave it alone. But, we got these trolls, and these trolls is hilarious. Like, I don't even know if I want them all to go, like, because they're so damn funny. I think I want to keep, some of these dudes around. These cats is hilarious. Some of the stuff that they leave, and how they go about trying to prove their point is crazy. The name calling, childish stuff is be out this world, but sometimes it be funny. I like to laugh sometimes, but being serious about the actual research. I mean, you get some people who they know when enough's enough, and you get some people who take it too far. Then you get some people who actually want to fight, like we can actually fight through the computer. Yeah, man, let me see you on the street. Oh, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on. It's just, we talking about information, you know what I mean? And people want to take it to the next level because they feel defeated, or because you hurt their feelings. Crazy. And I do that to a lot of people. So luckily, the people who I do get recognized by on the street, it has been nothing but love. And when I was at the Hoover Dam, the DVD I just put out, a couple people recognized me from YouTube. So it was just love. It'd be a lot of people who I have never ran into a person where it was negative. Not saying that it won't happen. It probably will. It'll be funny. As I said, man, I'm trying to tell you, I'm a big dude. Don't get stupid. Don't be dumb. But I'm not getting into none of that nonsense with people out there. Like, it's all love. I'm out here actually at the end of the day trying to educate and help people, and just trying to put out information to get people to think and challenge authority, challenge what we have been told, challenge every fucking thing. These people have lied for thousands of years. We got to challenge it. We got to look in And we got to honor those people, seriously, and I really mean this, who really, because when you start paying attention to a lot of these scholars who wrote these books, man, a lot of these cats been killed and had their family wiped out. And, once you get a book into mass production, especially, hundreds of years ago, when books, they can't really control, they can't track all these books. People was printing books and putting out information. They couldn't track them. Now they can now because, computer software has become so sophisticated. But you had a lot of people that risked their career, risked their life to give us the information that we have. We got to honor these people. We got to, put their books out. And, you had a lot of us, we got our scholars. A lot of you people know who books you read the most. And, you try to honor these people by referencing their books and talking about their life and the work that they did. And when I had like my little book club before I went to Sweden, my little group that we had, and this is what we used to do. We used to go into it about these scholars and the people who really risked their life to give us this information and who really took the time to do the research and put it together. So we can't disrespect these people. We got to honor these people and be thankful that they actually put out the information against the powers that be. And we have it today. So, that's a big accomplishment in my book. But I just wanted to vent a little on this subject. And thank you guys for taking the time to watch. It's something that a lot of people understand already what I'm talking about. For all you trolls out there, you need to watch this video again. You probably ain't even watched this far anyway because you're a troll. Trolls don't watch entire videos. But thank you guys for the support. And you know who you is. Everybody who's been supporting me from day one when I had 5 subscribers, over 30,000 now. So unbelievable on that. So that's what's up. Appreciate the support, guys. See you guys next video. Thanks for watching.